good.
To make an appointment with the right dentist or physician for you, dial 77-MATCH. It's a free information service.
Leslie Ann Warren, Tuesday.
Come in. Just leave the coffee, Casey.
My legs are much better than his.
I wasn't expecting you. I thought you'd be out checking out the Hanover estate.
Precisely why I'm here. I have something to show you.
Please calm down.
I don't want to calm down. I'm too damn mad.
Oh, sorry, Mrs. Denning. I didn't expect you back so soon. What happened at the hearing?
Plenty. It was a complete, humiliating disaster. Perhaps that comes as no surprise to you, Ronnie.
I don't understand.
It seems my oldest and dearest friend, Myrna, knew all about my book, chapter and verse. Now, what I want to know is who told her about it.
Sometimes, I wish that you could be me. So you know how I feel.
Yeah?
I can't. I don't have the words to tell you. I just love you. How close I feel to you. Sometimes when we kiss, it's like your soul passes right through mine. I can't tell where you end or I begin.
No end, no beginning, no time. I can't imagine being anywhere but here with you. I don't want to be anywhere else, you know that?
How much more time do we have?
Oh, I hope a lifetime. I need at least that much to even begin to tell you how much you mean to me.
Thank you, darling, for that. But actually, I wasn't talking about lifetimes. I meant how much more time do we have now?
I really don't know. I guess that depends on Sloan and how Paula's divorce hearing went. Afraid to call.
Well, then, let's get it over with. Because I want to spend every moment with you that I possibly can.
Beautiful. Clear as a bell.
Sunscreens has the Shade 3-way protection formula. Shade, the best protection under the sun.
Sweetheart, can I tell you something? This was a great idea. I don't think I could have opened the refrigerator after painting all day.
Oh, you'd better get used to being spoiled, because for the next 7 days, I'm going to wine you and dine you and cater to your every need. Giorgio, we'd like a bottle of your best champagne, please.
Champagne? Well, I definitely approve, but what I'm afraid to ask happens at the end of this fairy tale.
Then, my dear, we exchange the champagne bottles for baby bottles, and dancing till dawn gives way to feedings at 4 a.m.
Tyler, I want you to know I adore all this. Let me tell you something. When the baby comes, we are not going to lose any of the romance or the passion.
Is that a promise?
That's a promise.
Well, speak up, Ronnie. I would be fascinated to hear your theory as to how Myrna found out about my book.
Mrs. Denning, believe me, no one is more sorry or embarrassed about this than I am. And you're right. I am to blame.
You are?
Yes, I hold myself completely responsible. I knew I should have said something about it the other day when we were at Mario's and you made such a public display about handing the manuscript over to Mr. Sinclair. But at the time, well, you were so excited, and I just didn't think it was my place to say anything.
Oh, what?
Well, I was concerned because Mario's is such a public place. And after always warning me that Cleggs have ears everywhere. Now, anyone could have overheard us. You know, a friend of Myrna's, some reporter like Bear Sweet.
That's a very interesting theory, Ronnie. But it doesn't explain how Myrna knew details, characters, specific plot points. I wasn't giving a public reading of my novel.
maybe it was someone in Mr. Sinclair's office. You know, someone who could have read it, even copied it. I can think of a dozen ways that Mrs. Craig would have found out about the book. But I swear, Mrs. Jennings, I wasn't one of them. What would I possibly have to gain?
Just what I keep asking myself, Ronnie, dear.
Ronnie, can you please excuse us? I'd like to speak with my mother alone.
Yes, of course.
I don't know who to trust anymore, especially after Myrna's performance today. My best friend! I cannot believe that she betrayed me like that, not after all.
You feel betrayed, Mother? I cannot believe you went ahead and wrote that book.
Oh, just don't you start, Sloan. Not after all I've suffered through.
You promised Trey that you'd drop it. You burned the book right in front of him. Now, I want you to call your publisher right away and get that manuscript back.
Oh, for God's sake, calm down. The novel is not at the publisher. Austin has it. Mm-hmm. And believe me, there is absolutely nothing of any consequence to you and Trey in that book.
I think I'd better be the judge of that, Mother, because obviously something Myrna either read or heard was bad enough to make her turn on you in court. And I want to know what it was.
I cannot believe that you are judging me without one word in my own defense. You haven't even read my book, and if you did, you would be ashamed of the way you're treating me. Not only have I lost my husband and my best friend today, but now my own daughter is accusing me of betrayal. I'll get it. Hello. Trey.
Hi.
Hi. How'd it go?
Not too well, at least for my mother. Honey, I need to talk to you.
Did something happen?
I'll tell you when I see you. Can you meet me at Mario's in about half an hour?
You're not upset.
I am, but I can't talk about it right now.
All right, I'll get there as quickly as I can. Okay?
Bye. Mother, I am going to go meet Trey. I will see you later. And when I do, I want to see that man.
You have to leave right now.
Hurry up. Apparently something went wrong at the hearing. Phil needs to see me. I'm sorry. It always seems like I'm leaving you.
No, this is hard for you. It's harder. I don't have to go to lie to somebody that I care
Don't
about.
ever feel sorry for me. If I choose to be here, it's only because I want to. And all the pains that goes along with all the goodbyes. It's nothing. You hear me? Nothing. Compared to how I feel when I come back to you.
Yeah, but that's not going to last, is it? Did I change your mind about telling Sloan?
Well, whether I tell her or not, I think she's going to find out. The lies are wearing thin.
And then all hell will break loose.
Yeah, probably.
Listen. This is a difficult time for you, and it's going to get worse before it's going to get better. But don't expect me to give you up without a fight, because I can't do that. I love you too much.
I don't ever want us to give up. I gotta go.
I know. You call me when you can. Hello?
Hi, it's me.
Thomas.
I'm sorry if I bothered you.
No, it's all right.
I wouldn't have called you if I didn't think it was important.
60-ounce box of Bisquick. Get Bisquick now!
I need to talk to you about Hal.
What is it? Is he all right?
But for now, he's holding his own. His condition hasn't changed. But a decision has to be made about his future.
Well, if it isn't urgent, would you mind if we didn't talk about this over the phone?
All right, but we need to talk about this.
Could you come out here? I'm going to be working here all day tomorrow, if that's convenient.
No, tomorrow's no good.
How about tonight?
If I'm not interrupting anything.
I'm here with Scotty. Come anytime you like.
All right, I'll be out in a little bit then. On first glance, this looks like a first-class copy.
And on second glance.
I'm impressed. Did you do it yourself?
Thanks, but my claim to fame isn't painting, Mr. Diamond.
You think it'll work?
Only if the Spake Organ is good enough to fool Larry Hanover.
It's very good. Besides, Hanover is not going to suspect a switch.
All I needed to hear.
When do you plan to make your move?
Tonight. And if I'm lucky, the original will be in your bedroom tomorrow.
Who is it?
Dennis Sloan, I need to talk to you.
Just a minute. Do you mind taking that door?
No, if you just keep this until I need it. Doesn't go with what I'm wearing.
Of course. Miss Blake. Good luck. Sloan. Oh, what a pleasure, as always.
This is not a social call, Mr. Diamond. I'm meeting my husband here for dinner. But before I do, there's something I would like to straighten out.
By all means, Tennessee.
I'd rather not get too comfortable if you don't mind. That always seems to get me in trouble with you.
I'm glad to know.
Then why didn't you tell me that the apartment in New York was yours? Why the champagne? Why all the pretense to make me feel at home? You know, you must think very little of me.
On the contrary, I think very highly of you, Sloan. I always have. As I recall, we were having a wonderful time. At least, that's what you led me to believe. Now, if I'd have told you about the apartment in New York, would you have let me stay?
What do you think?
I'm not sure. It's your unpredictable nature I find so charming.
Well, let me enlighten you. If I had known the apartment was yours, I never would have set foot in it. See, I don't appreciate being set up, and that's exactly what you were doing.
And here I thought we were just having a good time. Does your husband know about our little housewarming?
Of course.
Well, I'll be the soul of discretion. Far be it for me to cast a shadow on your perfect life. Anything else?
Yes. Tenant-landlord relations being what they are, I'm getting final notice. I will be out of your apartment, bag and baggage, as soon as I get back to New York.
You are happy, aren't you?
Happy? Happy? There should be another word for the way I feel. These past few weeks seem like a bad dream compared to what we have and what we have to look forward to.
And no one deserves it as much as we do, right?
No one.
You know what I think? I think we deserve even more, don't you?
Absolutely. Like what? What?
Like a cruise to the Caribbean.
Honey, are you crazy? We can't take a vacation right now with a baby coming.
Right now is precisely the time we need to take the vacation. Before the baby arrives. Close your eyes.
Close my eyes.
Come
what
on.
are you going to do?
Close them.
Okay.
Okay. Now imagine 4 nights, just like this one. Balmy breezes, starry nights, walking on the beach, making love. Time, Julie, just for us.
I worry you're tempting me.
That's not nice. We have nursery to get ready and a lot of things to do.
We're going to have plenty of time to get the nursery in order and give our baby a proper welcome.
Oh, what about the committee? I mean, you just got back. The committee's going to let you go?
The committee can wait. Julie, whenever you and I ever want to have time together, something always comes up and messes it up. I mean, look at our we even got interrupted.
I just did. I forgot.
Well, I didn't forget. Julie, what I'm trying to say is, it seems as though something always gets in the way of the most important thing in our lives. Us. And I don't want anything like that to ever happen again.
You know, I'm hoping I think you're right. No, I know you're right. It just seems like so many times in the past.
What? You wanted me to be there, but I wasn't.
No, that's not what I meant.
Well, I think it's true, Julie.
And no more that life is too short.
I mean, I don't want to wake up 30 or 40 years from now and regret all the times that I could have spent with you, but didn't.
Come to the Caribbean with me.
What can I get for you, Congressman?
Well, nothing right now, Casey. Is my wife here yet?
I believe she's in the office with Mr. Diamond.
Thank you.
Oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry.
My fault.
Mom, look what I'm doing. The house smells like fish.
Now it smells like fish and...
Victor, feel the heat. Weekdays.
I admit I was a little nervous about recommending Mario for our first evening out together.
And why is that?
Oh, it just seemed a little tame for Bill in Hanover, bon vivant, extraordinaire. You know, not what you're used to.
Something tells me that...
No evening spent in your company could ever be classified as tame, Jerry.
Compliment, thank you.
How do you know what I'm used to?
Well, judging from your house and your fabulous art collection, your entire estate seems to be reflected.
Style, an appetite for good living and an appreciation for beautiful things.
In that case, I hope you won't be offended if I include you among the things that I admire.
Not at all. I'll tell you one thing that I do regret, though.
What's that?
I read about your fabulous Japanese rock.
A wish easily granted. Charity, if you have lunch with me tomorrow, I'll take you on the nickel tour personally.
Thank you for seeing me on such short notice. I know how busy you are.
Well, thank you for coming out here. It sounded serious. I didn't want to talk about Hal over the phone, Tom.
Kelly Hal wants to come home.
That's a good idea. The other night when he left the hospital room for a little while, he collapsed.
Well, it's not a question of what I think is best. It's what he wants. Kelly, Hal is dying, and he knows it. Continued treatment prolong his life, but it'd be marginal at best. I happen to agree with Hal in this case. It's a question of the quality of the time that he has left that's important. He needs to be with the people that he loves.
I know, it's not even open for discussion, okay? This is his home. He belongs here.
Except before you commit to this, Kelly, I think you should be aware that he's going to need continuous care. The condition's going to get worse, not better.
You don't think I can handle it?
That's not that. Just that, under the circumstances, I didn't know if you'd want to take it on.
Under what circumstances? Oh. Huh, I see. You're wondering if I want Hal around while I'm having my affair with Trey. Is that it?
Yeah. It's all crossed my mind. I'm not judging you, Kelly. I'm just trying to decide what's best for Hal.
Of course I want Hal. Scotty and I are his only family. And I will do the very best I can to make sure that he is comfortable and well cared for.
Fine.
When can he leave?
Whenever you're ready.
You tell Hal I'll pick him up tomorrow.
I'll give him your love.
I wish you'd reconsider. I hate the thought of that apartment just sitting there, empty, night after night. I kind of got used to the idea of you being there.
Oh, I bet, and I'm sure you're just waiting. Congressman's wife living in another man's apartment. Would that be true? Plenty of time for that, again?
I wish you'd learn to trust me.
Trey. Hi, darling. I was just telling Mr. Diamond that I decided to give up the apartment.
Really, I was just thinking about buying it myself. Assuming we can persuade Mr. Diamond.
So, I'm surprised you'd want it. Why? It's an exceptional apartment and a very convenient
Neighborhood. It's probably the best New York view I've ever seen. It also turned out to be a very lucky place for me. Very special.
Yes.
Why don't you keep on renting? You still have 2 years on the lease.
Because I like to know what is mine is really mine.
All right. You make me a reasonable offer, I'll accept.
Is it fate?
Well, I am surprised there really is this person.
Well, I'm sure I can find something equally exceptional just around the corner. That's usually the case. Why don't you sit down? I'm sure I have the papers here somewhere.
Of course, you'll have to be approved by the board, but considering who you are, I'm sure that won't be any trouble. I've noticed you were admiring that before.
Yeah, I had one. Just like it when I was a kid.
Don't admire it too much. I might be partly. God is not to say.
At any